If you found this evolutionary psychology video easy to follow and understand, that could be in part because it's organized in a very logical way. In fact, it is organized really in the same way we would organize our essays. For instance, it gives fundamental ideas first. We start off with some things that are easy for people to understand. For example, that we're afraid of snakes, or we don't like rotting eggs. These are ideas that most people will immediately recognize as true and relate to them. The video also gives the more complex ideas last. For instance, well, intelligence might be like a peacock's tail, or we've evolved to raise children who aren't our own. Uh, Artistic skill might be about attracting mates. These are things that not everyone will immediately agree with. These ideas come at the end. If you start off with these ideas, you will lose a lot of people. You have to warm them up with the easy to understand examples like spiders. And really, if you think about this organization here, there's so many ideas here, as you can see above. There's all these ideas and many more, but they're organized into three pretty simple groups. First, we get stuff about nature, like snakes, spiders, and eggs, and they're all dislikes. Then we get stuff about physical attraction. Really, it's stuff about bodies, and we hear about things like body odors, shapes of lips and jaws or faces. And then the last group is really stuff about attraction to personality, and we hear about things like generosity, sense of humor, intelligence, or just artistic skills. Right? This makes the relationship between ideas easier to see, and it also makes them easier to follow. And that's what we mean by an example of logical division of ideas. The video also addresses counterarguments to evolutionary psychology. We hear Miller say, it may be hard for people to accept that their intelligence is something like a peacock's tail, or that artistic skill is just a sort of a mating ritual. These counterarguments tend to come not at the beginning, but at the end. And if you think about it, this is how we organize so many of our essays. We lay out our arguments, then we admit that not everyone may agree with those arguments, but we remind readers that, our arguments have merit. So this video really demonstrates a few key points about logical division of ideas. We break ideas into groups, we start with the simple ones, and then we get into the more complex ones. And if we do acknowledge that there's other sides of the debate, we deal with that closer to the end.